I get a lot of questions on the order of draw. So here we go, step by step on how to remember the order of draw. When we talk about the order of draw, I want you to remember the reason behind it. What's the purpose of the order of draw? The reasoning behind it is due to cross-contamination. We don't want to mix additives that aren't supposed to be mixed together, right? So, for example, EDTA can go into sodium fluoride with no problem. But sodium fluoride cannot mix with EDTA. You get it? Do you get it? If that were to happen, you'll have altered test results. They can tell, the lab can tell when there's sodium fluoride in an EDTA tube. Okay? So be very careful when it comes down to the order of draw. And don't worry, there's always 9 out of 10 times you can fix that mistake, okay? So here we go. Let's learn the order of draw, but through the additive way. We tend to know the order of draw because of the color of the tube, but learn it through the additives so you can already know which additive can go into which additive. Let's start. So the first one, besides the blood culture in the yellow tube, we're going to talk about our light blue tube. Can you see it? Can you see it? The light blue tube. Sodium citrate. This is what we're going to start off our order of draw. Now, look, don't chew me up now. Don't chew me up. We're not talking about the blood cultures and we're not talking about the yellow. We're actually talking about the start of the order of draw when it comes to the tubes, okay? So we have our light blue tube, sodium citrate. Sodium citrate. That's additive number 1. Additive number 2 is our non-additive tube, also known as our clotting activator tube. This tube here, I love to call this my boo-boo tube. If I make a mistake, I just puncture, remove any additives that were previously punctured, right? And then it goes right into here. Discard, done, purpose of the tube. If this tube is not associated with the test, it's considered to be a discarded tube. Our next set will be our SSTs, our serum activating tubes. Remember with our serum activating tubes, they are the one that has the gel barrier at the bottom. Our tiger and our gold. Depending where you go or depending where you work, you can see this one, the red and yellow. Okay, these are our SSTs, serum separating tube. You have to wait 15 to 30 minutes for these tubes to clot. These particular tubes will give you serum. Okay? Now we come across our heparins, sodium heparin, lithium heparin, our green tubes. Here they are. Okay? Now, depending where you work, it may be a lighter green or a darker green, but just know that the green tubes consist of sodium heparin or lithium heparin. After our heparins are our EDTAs. There's 3 different types of EDTAs. We have our lavender, we have our pink, and of course we can't leave our friend behind, the royal blue with the lavender strip on the side. These tubes here are considered to be anticoagulant tubes. If you were to spin these down, because the requisition states for them to be spun down, you will get plasma. You don't have to wait to spin this down, okay? If you were to collect blood in your lavender tube, and the requisition form states that they need plasma, just go ahead and spin it down. And the last one is our sodium fluoride, potassium oxalate, our gray tube. Okay? Now, I hope this was easier for you guys to understand the order of draw. Doing it or trying to remember through the additives is way easier than trying to remember all the colors. When you learn the additives, everything else falls in place. Okay? Remember, 2 + 2 always equals 4 when it comes to phlebotomy.